Well, I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the ado and kindly view me on YouTube.
Okay, take two. The last take was just too long. All right, this is sort of continuation of the previous day's vlog about, and I'm calling it, it's just going to be a short mini-series called Life is a Bitch. And as I said at the end of the last video, after we had been up there to the Cancer Institute with Judy, we sat around there knowing that there was a good chance that half those people we were sitting there visiting with, talking to, nodding to, smiling with, and saying, you know, best of luck, hope everything works out, I hope you get better, hope, you know, all of those niceties that you say in a place like that, knowing that each one of us was, you know, stood the possibility of not being here this time next year. Each one of those people that were patients there, or even 6 months from now, or maybe by the end of the year. You know, it's just the reality of life. You know, when you sit in a place like that, the trivial crap that you run onto, and the hurt feelings and the sniffles and the snuffles that you get from YouTube, and the, you know, and I don't mind people critiquing my stuff. I listen to everybody's criticism on how my set looks, how my vlogs go. Sometimes I do something about it. Sometimes I just, well, okay, that's just me, and that's the way I'm going to do it, you know. Mel and I have had a couple lively conversations about it. I'm sorry, Mel, but this way. But when there's something I'm passionate about, and he can do something to help me, he does his darn best to do it, because he's as proud of his work as I am of displaying it, and same with Grant and everything else. But anyways, this goes on to life is a bitch. So I'm standing in line over at Walgreens waiting to get my medicine, and this gal's in front of me. She's a little bitty thing, about 4'9", and I just, you know, it happened, she's in her mid-40s, you know, a little rough around the edges, and I don't know, for some reason I just happened to look down, something caught my eye, and I looked down, she's got a prosthetic leg. So I listened to her carry on about, you know, her needing her pain meds and the doctor, and you can call the doctor. And I've heard this kind of argument 1,000 times at Walgreens. You hear it at Walmart pharmacy. You can go, there are people that, you know, they've probably taken a few more than they're supposed to because they're hurting. She had a justifiable cause. I could see, you know, she lost a limb, you know, at some point. How? Why? I don't know. What my business, don't care. But she was a character, and there's another old guy sitting there, and we both had a chuckle about it, and I said, well, you know, I never run out of material here in Muskogee because of characters like her, you know. I said, I've got a channel, and told him about it, and he says, I may have to check that out. And he looked at my name and said, I'll remember that. So anyways, and then as I'm leaving, you know, walking out, and the Pepsi guy is, you know, stacking stuff up. He's from the Pepsi company, and I joke with him about getting customer loyalty coupons because my wife buys so much Pepsi, or drinks so much Pepsi. I deserve a break today, you know, stealing from another old commercial. But anyway, so I'm checking out with my last thing. I'd already paid for my prescription in the back. I'm checking out with my last thing, and I had picked up on the way out. And I see him up front now, and there's an old guy there, and I notice he's got forearm crutches like I use a lot of times. And he's trying to get his Pepsi in the cart, and he said, oh, I'll help you, sir. No, I can get it. And the old guy was kind of proud. I still didn't, you know, I didn't think anything about it. I thought, well, he's like me. He has problems getting around, and he has to use those. And it wasn't until we passed each other, I don't know, again, something caught my eye, and I glanced down, I looked back up, and I walked out the door, and I thought, you know, what were the possibilities I would see two people with prosthetic legs? The gal had lost her right leg, he lost his left. And believe it or not, their legs actually looked like they were made by the same company, and they could have been. They could have both been from the VA, because she was old enough to have been a veteran, you know. Well, she could have been, it wouldn't matter. But I suspect maybe hers, but no, she would have got her meds at the VA hospital, I'm sure. But anyways, so, you know, when you see people like that, and, you know, this old guy, she was full of, you know, piss and vinegar, as they say, and, you know, but obviously she was needing her meds, okay? The other old guy, he was just as full of piss and vinegar, but he's a lot older, and he had a lot of pride about himself, and he wasn't going to let that young guy pick up his Pepsi for him. He could do it himself, by God, as Mel would say. And, you know, that's the reality of life. Life's a bitch, but then you move on. This YouTube thing, as much as I enjoy it, as much as I have fun with you guys, as much as I like sparring with some of you, and all of those things, the reality is life is a bitch. YouTube is just for fun. So don't get your knickers in a twist, your panties in a wad, your underwear cinched up. You know, don't give yourself a wedgie over life, okay? Because of YouTube. Because it's just a freaking form of entertainment. When the reality is you could lose a leg, you could be in a car accident. Ask Mike Roach about life being a bitch. You know, perfect example. Great personality, just keeps plugging away. Ask Arthur Carlson about life's a bitch. He keeps plugging away. There's a lot of us out there, you know, that are dealing with real life. So because somebody critiques you or calls you on something or says something that might hurt your poor little feelings, and same with me. Sometimes my feelings get hurt too. I come across as a tough old bird sometimes, but sometimes things get to me and get under my skin. So anyways, this has gone on long enough. I'm going to let this one go. But I just wanted to finish out this series and say, you know, let's look at life the way it is. Life is a bitch and we deal with it. YouTube is an illusion. You guys have a good day. Be nice to each other, okay?
And don't forget to subscribe or check out what's up here. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, check out what's over here and what's over here. You be nice to everybody, okay? I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.